Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I've got John O'Neill with the Vail Symposium joining us here in the studio. Hot topic discussion tonight at Colorado Mountain College. It's all about hacking immortality, extreme human life extension. You and I were chatting off camera about this, and it's going on. It's fascinating. I'm interested in hearing more about it. I'm going to show up tonight. Tell us what it's all about. Tell us what you told me.
Yeah, so we're billing it as science and science fiction, sort of the blending of the two, because this is the stuff that when you see a movie, you think, wow, that's a big deal, or wow, that was an exciting story, but might not think of, wow, this is actually happening. This is something where you have that first impression, but then the second impression of wow, this isn't happening, is not right. This is happening. This is a very real sort of technology.
So what's happening? What is it? It's DNA replication or sorts, being able to customize things.
Yep, genetic modification. You think about the big debates we had over plants and being able to change certain genetics in a plant to make it do certain things. This is essentially applying that to humans. In 2003, we successfully mapped the human genome, and since then, the next step in the scientific process has been to figure out ways to manipulate it. And there's huge positive effects of this. Think about eliminating the gene for breast cancer, for instance, how wonderful that would be. But there's also these incredible scientific and geopolitical implications surrounding this idea of selective evolution. Since the beginning of human history, we've been subject to the world around us, evolving us. This is the first time the technology is put in the hands of humans saying, how do you want to live? What do you want your future to look like? Or what do you want your kids' future to look like?
So to simplify that, like we talked before, genetic modification, basically, it could get to a point where you could say as an adult, I want to have a child that has blonde hair and blue eyes and a certain height and a certain weight with these characteristics. That's kind of like the extreme end of it in 50 years or whatever, but that's part of what it is.
Yeah. Well, think about this. So we have an intern at the Vail Symposium, Noah Seaman. He's a student at Battle Mountain. In one of his science classes, they were doing some genetics experiments, and they took a bacteria, or they took a gene or a protein out of a jellyfish, isolated it, and put it into E. coli bacteria. After a few days, they could make that E. coli bacteria glow. So this is a high school lab in Vail, Colorado. Imagine what they're doing in these big labs on a national scale with this suddenly learned information. 2003, in the scope of scientific perspective, is not that long ago. What they're going to be able to do with this new information that they have about humans. So our speaker tonight, Jamie Metzl, he comes out about once every year. He's this incredibly eloquent, incredibly well-informed guy. Sometimes he talks about foreign affairs for us, and this, believe it or not, is a type of foreign affair. He's addressed the issue in front of the White House as a future form of threat to national security. If you consider, what if one country decides to employ this sort of technology while another says, no, that's immoral, we're not going to do it. So it's difficult for me to sit here on the couch with you and talk about all the things he knows and that are in his head, but he's going to get into just a wide range of things tonight.
Okay, so tonight at Colorado Mountain College, you have that early reception at 5:30, then the talk gets going at about 6 o'clock. You recommend people sign up in advance online to get a ticket, save $10?
Yeah, I don't know if people know this, but if you go on to vailsymposium.org before 2 p.m. today and buy your tickets, you save $10. If you show up at the door, it's $10 more expensive. So if you're going to come and you're sitting at your computer, just do it. Just buy your tickets now. You'll save $10. That's a beer or an appetizer after the show when you decide to go out.
That makes all the sense. John, good to see you.
Thanks, Mark.
This will be a good one tonight for sure. You want to make sure you stop by Colorado Mountain College. Sign up in advance, get your tickets. Tonight will be all about hacking immortality. Very interesting, hot topic. We're going to take it outside to the back patio. Megan's got a look at your weather forecast coming up next.